Jellyfish are fascinating creatures. Made up of 95% water, they are very simple organisms. No brains, hearts, or lungs. Yet they have been drifting, floating, and bobbing along in our ocean for over 500 million years. Longer than dinosaurs, and a lot longer than us. From the ones that can biologically live forever, to the ones that farm for their food, stay with us, as we are looking at 10 of the most amazing jellyfish in the world. Graceful and nearly transparent, the crystal jelly is fascinating to look at with its long, delicate tentacles. The tentacles possess nematocysts that aid in prey capture, although they have no effect on humans. Amazing thing about this species is it can expand its mouth when feeding to swallow jellies more than half its size. In fact, this jelly has been known to cannibalize other jellies. When disturbed, it gives off a green-blue glow because of more than 100 tiny light-producing organs surrounding its outer bell. Beauty aside, this jelly is harvested for its luminescent equine, used in neurological and biological experiments to detect calcium. This is an Atolla jellyfish. This beautiful red coloration is actually very important to its survival. The bright red bell helps keep Atolla hidden, as in the deep sea, red appears black. And if Atolla's crimson camouflage does not work, this jelly sounds the alarm with pinwheels of brilliant blue bioluminescence. A burst of light in the dark water not only disorients predators, but it also acts like a burglar alarm, telling larger predators there is something interesting happening. The threat of a bigger predator scares off any immediate danger, allowing the jelly to swim to safety. With its yellow dome sitting on top of a smooth, translucent bell, the fried egg jellyfish bears an uncanny resemblance to the popular breakfast item. Beneath this egg-like bell is a frilly, ruffled underskirt of trailing appendages. Some are tipped with purple blobs that house zooxanthellae, the same symbiotic algae that gives certain corals their characteristic hue. The symbiotic organisms receive a place to live and in return generate energy for their hosts via photosynthesis. The jellyfish's sting has little or no effect on humans, and the blobby invertebrate could even prove to be our ally. An extract derived from the fried egg jellyfish has been shown to possess anti-cancer activity. So maybe one day we will learn to love them not just for their looks, but for their pharmaceutical value too. The immortal jellyfish is truly a fascinating creature. Not only it looks like a beautiful light bulb roaming the currents of the ocean, it is also one of the rare animals that can regenerate and biologically live forever. Though discovered in 1883 in the Mediterranean Sea, scientists only learned about their transformation abilities in the mid-1990s. When injured, dying, or starving, these jellies attach themselves to a surface in warm waters and transform into a colony of polyps, a sort of living blob that is technically their younger selves. Then, they undergo a transdifferentiation process wherein the polyps spawn into new genetically identical jellyfish, basically restarting their whole aging process. Of all the jellies that call the ocean's midnight zone home, the psychedelic jelly is one of the most stunning. This jelly's crazy colors and far-out appearance clued scientists into a unique find. A closer look offered scientists another surprise. This species is one of a handful of jellies that bear live young. The female psychedelic jelly broods her babies on those crimson canals that radiate out inside her bell. In their shelter beneath her bell, the little jellies grow bigger and bigger, even sprouting tentacles while still attached to their mother. When the juvenile jelly outgrows its shelter, it pulses free and swims off to live on its own. At first glance, this creature resembles an alien spaceship roaming through the space. Meet the bloody bellycomb jelly. Despite its common name, this guy is not a true jellyfish, but a 10 of 4. Unlike jellyfish that get their bioluminescence from their diet, this comb jelly has the ability to produce the photoproteins on its own. As it swims, the comb rows break up light to produce a shimmering rainbow effect. The light from their bioluminescence may be used to startle a predator with eyes, or used to attract larger predators to disrupt whatever is trying to eat them. While you might think this scarlet sensation stands out in the deep sea, it actually blends in beautifully. Red is the first wavelength of light absorbed as you descend into the depths of the ocean. So crimson-colored animals appear black, making them virtually invisible in the darkness of the deep sea. Usually found in Antarctic and near Antarctic seas, the Deepstaria jellyfish are absolutely fascinating. Unlike many other jellyfish, they don't have tentacles, so they move by peristalsis. This is done through contractions that travel in wave-like motion throughout their body. The jellyfish begin these contractions by opening the mouth of the bell as a wave travels through their body, changing their shapes as they move. At the same time, they would trap prey inside their bell, where they are consumed. After that, the geometric mesh pattern throughout their entire body will deliver nutrients to the entire jelly. Interestingly, for such strange jellyfish, their closest known relative is the most typical of jellies, the moon variety. This is haliterphes maasi. Living in the deep sea where there is nothing to hide behind, this transparent body is very important to its survival. This transparency also allows us to know a little bit about its diet by looking at its stomach when filled with food. As for this guy, the prey would have most likely been krill. But again, this hydrozoan would take a spectacular form when it distributes nutrients through its body. Their transparent tentacles begin to glow with vibrant hues in a starburst effect, resulting them to be called on the internet as the firework jellyfish. Down is up. Meet the upside-down jellyfish. Of all the jellies, this one is definitely one of the most interesting. By day, it rests its bell on the seafloor and waves its lacy underparts up toward the sun. Why? Because this jelly is a farmer. Its brownish color is caused by symbiotic dinoflagellates living inside its tissues that can cause algae growth. By lying upside down, the jelly exposes the algae to the sun, allowing them to photosynthesize. The jelly can sustain itself off just the byproducts of the algae and capture zooplankton for additional energy to grow. Usually found in the northern waters of Australia, the Irukandji is a very small species of box jellyfish. With a size of about 1 cubic centimeter, this is the smallest jellyfish in the world. But its tiny size doesn't take away its reputation as one of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Unlike most jellyfish, which have stingers only on their tentacles, the Irukandji also has stingers on its bell. Biologists have yet to discover the function of this unique characteristic. The hypothesis is that the feature helps the jellyfish catch its prey of small fish. Irukandji jellyfish have the ability to fire stingers from the tips of their tentacles and inject venom. Their stings are so severe that they can cause fatal brain hemorrhages, and on average, send 50 to 100 people to the hospital annually.